Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker here. It is Wednesday, April 25th, 2018, and I have a package and a bottle, an old Coca-Cola bottle, sitting here, and I'd like to explain what this actually is. This is a package that I sent out to a buyer on Friday the 13th. I had 4 packages go out that day, so, I just thought, well, I hope these go through okay. And the other 3, as far as I know, did. Another one was a Pyrex nesting bowl, lots of glass. That went out on the same day. That one was fine. So, who knows? Anyway, I packaged this out. It went out to the buyer on the 13th. Buyer receives it on the 16th, but the tracking information was changed from delivered to notice left insecure location. And the next thing I know, on the 16th in the evening, it said it was delivered in the morning, but in the 16th on the evening, there was a return request put in by the buyer. And she said, item not as described. Those words are just like fingernails on a chalkboard to a seller. Item not as described means the seller has to pay for return shipping. And then they have a defect on their account for an item that was not as described. That means a mistake in the listing or whatever. Okay? The buyers claimed that she got the bottle. She said the bottle tilted. Doesn't look like it tilts to me, but she said the bottle tilted and there was a crack on the bottom. We'll get to that in a minute, but I don't sell bottles with cracks. I've sold bottles all around the country. I'm in the Midwest. I've sold them to California, to Arizona, to Canada, to New York, to Florida, to Texas, you name it. I've been selling bottles now for about a year. I find them at flea markets or antique shops when they've been dug and they really haven't been thoroughly cleaned. I try to get them cheap. I clean them up. I restore them. I, polish them up. And then I sell them again on eBay. And it's been very lucrative or not maybe lucrative, but profitable for me. And relatively low risk because I bubble wrap them, put them in a priority mailbox, ship them off. I've used this size box before. It's 7 by 7 by 6, but I haven't used it for this size. This is between 6 and 7 inches. The box is 7 by 7 by 6 inches. So anytime you have a breakable type thing, your box needs to be bigger. If it's a snow globe, something like that, you need the double box. Double boxing will give it further protection from damage if the outer box is stepped on or kicked or dropped or whatever. And this box here, as you can see, if you, put it like the bottle like so, it doesn't leave a whole lot of extra room, even if you put it at a diagonal, if something happens to the box. And I was kind of in a rush that day, and I bubble wrapped it, and I stretch wrapped it, and I filled the box with, newspaper and bubble wrap and everything. And I really didn't think that much about it. Okay, so that was my error. And but anyways, the buyer stated the bottle was damaged. She wanted to return it. So I immediately messaged her and said, is there anything I could do? I could give her a partial refund. If she wanted to return it, I requested that she send me a picture of the area that she claimed was damaged because I did not send a bottle out damaged. She doesn't get back to me. She refuses to reply, so I contacted eBay and told them the situation. They said I had 3 days to figure out what I was going to do. I was tempted just to give her a refund, tell her to keep the bottle, whatever, it's not that much. But she wasn't getting back to me, so I'm thinking, you know what? No, I'm going to contact eBay on this one. eBay made a mistake. They forced a return. I contacted them the night of April 16th. Either that night or early in the morning, they forced a return and approved the return. So that was they took that control away from me, and they sent her a return shipping label. So the next thing I know, she puts in a return. The next day, she sends this back. And I was hoping she'd send it back in the original box because you need that for proof if you want to file a claim. To make a long story short, eBay admitted they made a mistake. They don't know what happened, that they forced a return, that they should have allowed me to take up to April 19th to return. So number one, always stay on top of eBay. They're not perfect. They make mistakes. You got to stay on top of them if you want it to go in your favor. Okay? Number two, if at all possible, instruct your seller to return anything to you if you are going to file with USPS in the original packaging. Number three, take a picture of the box before it's even shipped to the buyer. Take a picture of the box the way you have it packaged with the mailing label. Take a picture of it. And I took a picture of this box with the mailing label with handled with care. And I only took a picture of one side of it, but that's what I did. Sometimes you might want to take a picture of both sides of it just for proof. Take a picture of the item before you put it in the box with your packing slip. Take a picture just as it's newly wrapped, just as proof. You never know. Okay? And then when you get it back, you'll have something to compare it to. Not only the item, but the box. When the box came back, that's what it looked like. It was certainly damaged. Somebody either stepped on it or kicked it or dropped it. I mean, that's terrible. The bottle came back damaged as well, and the only thing it had, like I told you initially, is it had a little scuff on it, which was disclosed in the listing, but the buyer alleged it had a big hairy crack on the bottom, and it sure does. Look at that, guys. I wouldn't have even bought the bottle if I'd seen that on the bottle when I bought it. And that's just right there. That's not a crack. I'm not sure what that is, but this part is a crack right there. So, yep, I thought, you know what? I need to file a claim. So when you file a claim, you do it online. You can upload up to 10 documents. I uploaded the document showing eBay's return shipping fee, which they charge the seller if the buyer sends it back. The item cost originally, as refunded by eBay. eBay did refund the purchase price to the buyer, and the buyer's shipping was returned to the buyer from eBay, not my account, because I didn't have not enough time to react. So it did not count against me. I still have a good record with eBay, but they did refund the buyer from eBay's account. But I got tagged with the return shipping. So I thought, I'm going to go ahead and file a claim for the whole thing. I filed a return for the cost of the bottle, for the initial shipping that I paid out of what the buyer paid me, plus the return shipping that eBay charged, and I have all those receipts. I just made a PDF file and uploaded it to USPS, and they ruled in favor of me. I think they looked at the case on Monday the 23rd, and they said they were going to send a check out Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. I don't have it yet. I should have it hopefully by the end of the week or the beginning part of next week. But yes, I'm getting 2 times the shipping and the item cost back. eBay still hasn't refunded any money to me on the shipping like they said they were going to do. I don't care, since I have the USPS claim. That's inexcusable right there. That's crazy. So what you guys need to do if you are selling collectibles, breakables, proof sets, whatnot, take a picture of the item, a lot of pictures of the item before it even goes out, because you never know what the buyer is going to claim. Take a picture of it, all the different sides, just for you. Take a picture of it as you're packing it. Take a picture of it with your packing slip. Take a picture of it, as it's being packed in the box, and also the box with the shipping label on it. Okay, and keep that. And just keep very good records, because you'll need to upload them to USPS later if you're going to file a claim, or you'll need them from eBay if they try to turn a case in against you to prove what you had to begin with. You've got to cover your butt, guys. I never thought this would happen. I mean, these bottles are thick. That's really, really thick. And, I thought this was a sturdy bottle. You just never know. And stuff like this, you never know. Now, in the future, the only thing I could have done differently was maybe send it out in a bigger box. They have a shoebox size that's 15 by 8 by 6. They also have a regional B box. It's 10 by 8 by 5. That would have probably been adequate for this. you can double box it, but the only thing this type of box will fit in is a large regional B box, which is 12 by 12 by 8. Well, for a small bottle like that, that's completely that's crazy expensive on postage. But those are things to keep in mind, guys, and don't let this happen to you. But if it does, if you have the documentation, you can be paid. If it's expensive on the if you sell an expensive proof set, you need to have it insured before it goes out, or pay for the additional insurance with priority mail if something happens, because something can happen. It can arrive damaged. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and go make it a great day.